I woke up this morning, your name is Chris Goode.
Yes.
But I never actually realized that your name is Chris Goode. Like, you came out of the womb and you're like, I'm just gonna do good shit all the time.
Yeah, I'm grateful for my last name.
What a name. It'd be like if I were Ashley Awkward. What are we drinking?
A New York sour, please.
A New York what?
Cheers.
Cheers.
New York sour.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Cheers. This is gonna be delicious.
The only person you drink for before 10? Me?
That's delicious.
I really got the egg white in mine. Try again.
Mine is so lemony and fresh.
Okay, let's take
The
a
red
seat.
wine just gives it a little.
Yeah, a little kind of
Take
dryness.
a seat. Let's get to know Chris. We're so happy you're here.
Episode 2 of Behind the Bar. I have the distinct honor and privilege. I was practicing this in the bathroom, by the way. The distinct honor and privilege to introduce someone who is so intrinsic to the fabric of Kansas City that he was invited on the inaugural New Kansas City Airport Terminal first Southwest flight. As I'm bleary-eyed walking to my not publicized gate, I pass Chris motherfucking Goode.
Chris motherfucking Goode.
There's like balloons and a mariachi
Truly.
band and
I was like,
donuts.
Welcome. We're so happy to have you here. Thanks
I'm
for
so
being
glad
here.
to be
We
here.
love
Good
you.
to see you.
Chris is here. I mean, let's talk about like what you do. What's the story of Ruby Jeans? What's the story of your grandma? Let's hear it.
Ruby Jean was my late grandmother. She died at 61 from type 2 diabetes. And so I got introduced to juicing some years back in my 20s. And first when these guys introduced me, I thought they were just weird. They both moved from here to LA. And you know, we're meat and potatoes city. It's barbecue town. And so I get to LA and I'm just going to hang out. And they're finishing up a 7-day juice cleanse. I'm like, oh, okay, y'all are weird.
Yeah.
And so then the next day, they set me down and they showed me this documentary called Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead. Blew my mind.
Yeah.
Blew my mind. It's this guy that's changing his life. He's changing his health completely.
Do you have issues?
Plenty of issues.
Okay.
And he's taking over 10 different types of medicine
Tons of
every
health
day.
issues.
Okay.
But how amazing is it that this guy was able to have the wherewithal, the awareness of himself to say, you know what, these doctors aren't fixing me. And through a very, very difficult way, he decided to drink juice only for 60 days. And so by the end of the documentary, he's a different person, literally a different person. And I look at it and I'm like, how did he get to change his life in 60 days? And my grandmother lived 61 years and she never had that switch go off. She never had that moment to say, oh, you know what, I gotta change some things. And so it hit me that there was something to it, you know? So I came back to Kansas City and I'm all or nothing. So I did a 10-day juice cleanse. Bad idea.
Yeah.
Like for the first time, like out 10 days, it was rough.
Yeah.
So I get through it and I'm like, oh my God, the clarity I had, the bounce I had, the energy I had. I was like, wow, it's something to this.
Yeah.
And I fell in love with juice.
And where is your kind of main location of Ruby Jeans?
So we are at 3000 and Troost Avenue. Troost as of today.
Which
Avenue.
leads me into my next question.
Okay.
Which is about, you know, I'm an agent in Kansas City. I want to be educated by you because you do so much Black community work and you are such an advocate for your community. So all of these East of Truth zones are starting to gentrify. I was curious your opinion on the gentrification stuff in Kansas City.
Gentrification it's like this very loaded conversation. I think the point that I'm always focused on in it is necessary, because if I'm a kid and I'm riding a bus over to the bus stop over on Truce, jumping into St. Vincent's, which is now Operation Breakthrough,
Sure.
and the visual I see is not what I see today, even while it's still in progress. And so the blight cannot happen. The point that I am most interested in is that the people that really call that place home, the people that pour their everything into it,
Yep.
the people that really love on the
Yep.
real estate,
Yep.
they should get to benefit from
100%
the
agree.
gentrification. And
So how do we do that?
We are a prime example of how it's done. We've been able to buy our real estate at 30th and Truce and actually call ourselves owners.
Investing in the community, and being a stronghold in the community, which of course, in my mind, I start immediately thinking about the efforts that you've been putting forward with Truce. So for folks who are outside of Kansas City, they don't know the cultural, racial significance of the word truce and what it means in Kansas City.
Yeah.
And I'd love for you to talk a little bit about that, your effort to rename Truce to Truth Avenue.
Yep. So Truce was named after one Dr. Benoit Truce. Benoit was credited as being the first resident physician of Kansas City. He built the first hotel in Kansas City. The part that I draw error with this enormous legacy is that he owned 6 people that look just like me. And he's credited with this 11-mile stretch, right? You know, hey, you did such a great job. You're the man. And when you really look at it, I mean, we're business people. My biggest expense is labor.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Give me free labor.
Sure.
I mean, it's a layup.
Sure.
It's too easy. And
Yeah,
so
sure.
people that own people that committed those kind of atrocities, they shouldn't be honored.
It should just be done. Like, just done. Like, make it truth.
And even
See ya. That was easy. That was easy. Why are we talking about that?
Even more than that, the community that is like centrally located around the street is the Black community. So that's kind of a double gut punch, right?
Yep.
So, you know, some of the ways in which we connect, we're both sort of servant heart activists, both of us really close to our grandmothers, inspired by our grandmothers our whole life. But I was thinking, one of the things I don't know about you is, what was a defining moment in your life that you call on often to sustain yourself in the work?
It's extremely hard to dwindle down to one. I think it's more of this visual in my head. I think the visual that if I'm thinking right here in this moment, is my mom heading out the door to her 3rd job.
Yeah.
And so for me, it's like when I'm exhausted or like, man, screw this. Mm-hmm. She always carried this poise throughout it. She never like looked hunkered down or beaten down, even to this day. She always has got this beautiful spirit just carried through the midst of, you know, struggle. And so I pull from that, you know, because some days I have hard and I'm like, dude, what are you complaining about? Mm-hmm. Like, you're okay.
So Ruby Jeans has come to stand for so much more than just healthy eating, living, juice. It's really become about the impact, like a cultural impact, a city impact. And the other day we were talking about something you feel really excited and proud about. I'd love for you to share what that effort is and how Ruby Jeans is more than just a place where you get healthy juice.
The bus stop hub at 31st and Truce. On my birthday last year, we decided to clean it up. And so I said, hey, who wants to help me pick up trash? It's something I'm passionate about. And so I'm just picking up trash like I normally would. And we get to the bus stop and I realize, oh, this needs a lot of attention. Mm-hmm. And as we're picking up trash, the people that are getting on and off of buses, the gratitude in their faces, the confusion, you know, the questions. Yeah, they're looking at our shirts like, what are you, like, is this a thing? And so we say, yeah, we just wanted to clean it up. And they're thanking us. And so it triggered for me something because the feeling I got from it was so enormous. I said, oh, that can't be the only time. Yeah. And so I had Marissa Williams, our director of culture, reach out to KCATA and say, hey, what can we do? Like, how can we make this a more permanent thing that we take ownership of? And so as of Wednesday, they established for the first time in KCATA history an Adopt a Stop program in my grandmother's honor. Woo! And it'll have a sign there, something that we'll maintain as a company. I love it. You know, at least once a month we'll clean it up.
So other Kansas City companies and influencers can adopt a stop.
Absolutely. So now other companies.
Why don't you tell the show how people can get involved with that too?
Reach out to KCATA or Ride KC, and they now have a new precedent. There's a contract that you sign. You pick the stop you want. You commit to cleaning it up at least once a month. People that are riding the buses, like my family was back in the day, even Ruby Jean herself, there's this this psyche uplift that can happen just from a lack of trash.
And on that note, we're gonna speed round.
Speed
Okay.
round.
Is there a movie question? I was thinking about this. There's a movie question
I'm not
here.
saying ask me movie,
I know.
book.
Yeah,
no,
let me-
these are different.
Okay.
You didn't get to cheat from my episode.
I
No, these
so
are
my research didn't work.
These are different.
Alright.
So rude. They didn't even do that. I was terrified of them.
I want you to just answer them. Like, just don't even think about it. Just like, here's where you're at. Who's your male celebrity crush?
Barack Obama.
Barack Obama.
Mine too.
How does it feel to be the best looking man in the city?
We want to know.
We're taking that
Feels
seriously.
awkward.
Okay.
That's what makes you the best looking man.
What was your favorite quality in your grandma?
Her silent power.
Her silent power.
Just like a deep wisdom.
You have that too.
Yeah, you do.
Let's be clear. Favorite junk food, Mr. Juicy Boy?
Chips.
What kind of chips though? Let's get some.
we need the brands.
Jalapeno, everything.
Bring it.
I don't care what it is. Just
Jalapeno,
Your chip. Okay. What is your very favorite pair of shoes in your closet right now? Because we know how you feel about shoes. It was her question. The shoes can't hear you.
You can pick a favorite. They're not kids.
I've got these Jordan 1 lows. They're kind of like Aztec print with colors and a little funk and
I
style.
know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I love it.
Well, whenever this show gets recorded, I want like a quick boom, there it is. There's the shoe. And then I'll tell all your other shoes.
With like a kind of like an Aztec.
And they can break up with you. Worst movie or show that your son makes you watch? And this is my question, of course. On repeat,
Ninjago.
What?
Ninjago.
Ninjago?
Yeah,
Sounds
these
terrible.
little Lego guys and they're like in this
Sounds terrible.
weird world and they're fighting and they're jumping and it's just
Yeah, man, I'm out.
Ninjago.
In a game of Survivor between the three of us, who would win and why?
Hailee, of course, because she's Hailee.
It was her question because she knew she would win.
That was my question.
She was like, well, no.
Yeah.
I said I'm winning. I
She's
was like, ooh. I was like
1,000,000%
tying my bandana
muscle.
around my-
You know, I can tell you who would not win is this guy.
Me either. Not if she's in it.
Final question. If you were a drink, what drink would you be and why?
I would be a Vine Street Greens.
Yes.
It's got this balance. It's an ode to history. It's a one of one. It's so smooth,
Ooh. Oof.
but got a little bite.
Yeah.
I'll give it to him.
This is so good. And it's a juice that you can get at Ruby Jeans.
And it's our #1 seller. And we trademarked it. We trademarked the name. So yeah, Vine Street Greens.
Bring it next time to my bar.
I shall.
Okay. Thank you for coming.
We love you. Thank you for being here.
We love you for
You're
sure.
the best. You're the best.
Thank you. Cheers.
Cheers. Woo.
This drink is okay.